What is going on, guys? It is I once again with another BTS vlog. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this series as much as I enjoy creating this for you guys, and I hope you guys are finding some sort of value. So yeah, let's keep this ball going. I'm a little early for my shoots. I'm here in downtown San Diego. We are to do a interview with the person who hired me, and he's going to interview the CEO of ClickUp, and so we got that going for. I'm strictly going to film and hand him the media right after we're done, so it's going to be a plus since I don't have to edit, so that's always a great thing. So since I'm here a little early, I'm doing a last second gear prep right here. I just picked up my buddy's a7 III camera, and he also lent me his 85mm, which I don't really need, but I may use it now that I have it with me. So yeah, it's going to be a simple setup: A7S III and two A7 IIIs. I just programmed my buddy's camera to my liking, and I added the SD cards, formatted them, so we are all good to go. I just got to show up, set up, and shoot this. I also did hire my friend who owns a grip truck, and he's also local to downtown San Diego, so he's gonna help me light up everything. He's got a ton of C-stands, a ton of lights, and all that good stuff, so he's gonna focus on lighting the room, and I'm gonna be focusing on the camera, and that's all we got going for the day. But yeah, I had a lot of questions in regards to this camera case right here, so might as well talk about it for a second, since I have about a 30-minute window before we actually meet up with the point of contact. But yeah, this is the Nanuk 935 case. I've been eyeing this case for a month or two. Originally, I saw it on Amazon for like $100 off, and then on B&H, I saw this for $150 off, since apparently it's like the 50th anniversary of B&H, so they had a pretty good deal for this. I just hate that it has the B&H logo. I'm not a fan of having logos on my gear, but for an additional $50 off, I'll take it. But yeah, I was eyeing this case. It was between this or one of the Pelican cases, but I was just a big fan of the sleek design. I was a fan of this right here, where I could put my laptop right there if I wanted to. This little pouch right here. So this is what pretty much cost. This is like an extra $50. So I essentially got it for free since it was $150 off. But yeah, I love this so far, man. I could organize all my gear. Two bodies right here, A7S, A7 III, my lenses, and I could put this as well in here as well if I wanted to. But yeah, it's a great case. If you guys are interested, the links will be in the description. I highly recommend it. And if not, look for used cases, man. There's always a bunch of used cases online. I just knew I wanted something new, and I knew I wanted this specific one, and I couldn't find any used ones, so I went and got a brand new one.
So the way that I got this job, an individual DM'd me on my business Instagram and asked if I'm able to do a two-man interview, 2 to 3 different cameras. He knew exactly what he wanted, strictly filming, no editing. And I said, yeah, I'm more than comfortable in doing that. I responded within a couple of hours, and I made sure to tell him on that response to, hey, let's jump on a Zoom or a phone call and discuss the details, and we could discuss budgeting as well. He was on board, and we got on the phone call within 5 hours of the initial DM, and we locked the deal down. The office here in downtown San Diego was gorgeous, and this is just our conference room. This is what we were able to work with. We really couldn't move these tables since there isn't much to do, and we wanted to set up a 3-camera interview. I think we were able to make it work, a little bit of problem solving, and yeah, this looked pretty damn good in my opinion. I was glad that I was able to hire my buddy Adrian to do grip work. He did a fantastic job with setting up the lights, making it look really good, and he also had an additional boom arm. I also had my own boom arm that I wanted to use, one mic for each individual speaker, but my mic kind of just fried on me the day before when I was testing when I was connecting it to the H6 recorder. So I don't know what happened, so we just had to use the one boom arm. We could have used lavalier mics, but the talent really didn't want to use lavaliers, and I'm also not liking the look of having a lav on talents. I think having a boom gives it a better look, and also sometimes a higher quality audio as well. Very quickly, as far as the A and B camera facing each individual speaker, I used the A7S III with the 85G master lens, and I also used another A7 III with an 85 that my buddy had. And for the wide, I used the a7 III with a Tamron 17 to 28 mil. All 4K, S-Log 3 for the A7S III, and S-Log 2 for the two A7 IIIs. And just to finish up, just doing a little bit of B-roll with the gimbal. But man, look at this view of Petco Park. That is insane. America's finest city, baby. I mean, you cannot beat this view. Seeing this every single day, that gave me some motivation. And here we are just pretty much dumping all the media to his hard drives, and we're calling it a day. Pretty easy day. Pretty successful. Everything went smooth.
All right, just got done leaving downtown San Diego on my way home. Pretty great shoot overall. Had a lot of fun working with this specific person that hired me. And yeah, man, it was cool because I got to step into this specific office I've been wanting to do for a while, and they got to see the production that I was able to offer for this specific shoot. And the CEO of the company introduced me to another individual that is head of marketing. And he saw the production value that we're bringing again, and he was like, oh man, let's have a conversation. What was funny is that in between takes, he came in and then we started talking about, or he brought up he started talking about like projects that he wants to do, and if we were able to do it. And we were kind of like, he was asking for like budgets like right there and then, which was kind of funny because we're in the middle of a shoot. But the guy that hired us, he was actually a good sport. He just let it happen. He was cool about it. And we were thinking outside the box to figure out like how to do certain things that he was looking for. And he was super hyped. He was like, yo, I love that you brought these ideas so fast. Like, you thought outside the box. You weren't necessarily just thinking straight money, like, hey, we could only do it with this X amount of budget. And so yeah, man, hopefully that's the, I guess, start of a great business relationship, and do some pretty big projects. Like, their projects are quite ambitious, and so I'm looking forward to potentially making that happen. We're supposed to connect later on next week, so we'll see what happens with that. The only hiccup I had was my shotgun mic. I think I might have fried it inside or something. I was doing some testing this morning because I plan to boom that mic, have it on a boom arm that I just recently purchased, and I've seen it. I know that mic is meant for that kind of stuff. And so anyways, long story short, I was testing it with the H6 to see if it sounded pretty good, and at first it worked perfect, and then I used a XLR to 3.5 jack to connect it to the mic. At first it worked, and then I also purchased a 1/4 inch to 3.5 jack and tested that out. And once I did that, it stopped kind of working. The weird part is that the mic turns on and it kind of goes on standby mode where the color turns like orange or whatever. And then once it detects a camera or a recorder, it usually turns green, meaning that, all right, we are recording. But I don't know what happened once I connected the 1/4 inch to 3.5 jack. It kind of like stopped detecting, the mic stopped detecting everything. So I'm like, all right, that's kind of weird. Went to the shoots, tried to boom that mic, and it was doing the same thing where it wasn't detecting anything. So all right, let me test it out on the actual camera itself. It usually works 99% of the time, and so I did, and it still wasn't detecting the camera. So I don't know, something happened internally when I was testing things out. So that's frustrating because the mic isn't the cheapest mic ever. I think it was like over 200 bucks, and it's supposed to do this kind of stuff, and it's supposed to be like a quote-unquote smart mic where you could plug in different cables and you don't need specific cables, where it could figure things out. So that's annoying. Might have to buy a new mic, and I might have to just invest in a really good mic that's meant for boom, because I do like that look. Having the lav is cool, but having a boom arm gives it another professional look, in my opinion. And plus, you don't really see these freaking lavalier mics on shirts. I'm getting over that look, and I just want to like be more low-key about it. And plus, it impresses like clients, man. It's weird to say, it's so dumb, but when they see more equipment so they get more wowed. And that's pretty much what happened today. The guy, he saw the BTS of our shoot and he was super impressed. Now we're in talks of future business. So, but other than that, going home, I'm sitting in traffic right now, and so gonna charge up and get ready for tomorrow's shoot, and hopefully actually you will see a BTS on that as well. So that is it for me, guys. Give it a like, give it a comment, let me know if you learn anything, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.